called Thicker Than
Thicker Than
Water.
Water.
Right. Season 2.
So now, Lakeisha, tell us a little bit about your hometown, like your upbringing. You're from Trenchtown, correct?
Yes, I am.
And
The
tell
home
us a
of
little bit about
reggae.
Trenchtown.
Say again?
Tell us a little bit about Trenchtown.
Okay, where can I start? So, as many people know, Trenchtown is the home of Bob Marley, reggae music, and Trenchtown have produced a lot of persons that have put Jamaica on the map. And it's a garrison community, and I was born and raised there, and it's also a tourist attraction because we have what we call the Trenchtown Culture Yard, where tourists come on a daily basis, just to see where Bob Marley come from and to meet the people, and have a good time.
Beautiful. And even for me being out here in the States, when I hear Trenchtown, I think about the reggae music too. So
Yes.
not surprised with that. Now, who were some of your role models when you were coming up in Trenchtown?
Well, my family, my mom, my grandmother, my aunts, those were my role model growing up there, and as it relates to artists, I didn't know Bob Marley personally, but I've heard a lot about him, and what he has done with reggae music, the lives that he have changed and stuff like that. So as a person that's in the arts, I always see myself as one of those persons that's going to uplift the community and do things so that my community can be proud, and so that people can know about persons, like myself that comes from the community, and are doing well for ourselves and, keeping the name, keeping the banner high for Trenchtown.
And speaking of community, within the whole African diaspora, whether it's in Jamaica, United States, Ghana, anywhere in Africa, I'm always concerned about some of the challenges that, that our young people face. And when I say this, Lakeisha, I'm thinking about self-esteem, identity issues. That can be young ladies bleaching their skin. You got the gang involvements. You got the temptation of, fast money.
Lack of opportunities, you name it, the whole list.
Now, Lakeisha, what are some of the causes or issues that, that you want to bring more awareness to for our young people?
All right. The main thing I want to bring awareness to, not just for my community, Trenchtown, but for the wider world, because this is something that is affecting many people, especially in these times. It's mental illness. I have a page on Instagram that I call Bye Bye Mental Illness. You can search for it and follow me. I'm very, very passionate about mental illness, and for so many reasons. I know persons very close to me that have been affected by mental illness, and I want to be able to attack a lot of the problem that we're facing in Trenchtown from a mental wellness point of view. Because, sometimes all a person need is just a helping hand. Like the other day, I saw a video with a young man. I think you may have seen it. It went viral. He was crying that he has been trying for so long and everything that he tried doesn't work out. Did you see that video?
Yep. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
And persons have reached out to him. And I'm so happy because when I watched it, like I literally cried, because I felt his pain. I am from Trenchtown and I know the struggles. I know people that are good, upstanding citizens that are going through just a rough time and they just need somebody to just lend a helping hand. And if it is that you're not a person that have it like that, that's because I have a big heart. And charity starts at home. And you have to help the persons that you know and that are close to you first. It would be so hard for me to get up and go out and lend helping hand to someone that is so far away from me while the people around me need that kind of help. So I want to be able to help person from a mental wellness point of view, financially. Like, I mean, I just want to do what I'm here to do because I know my purpose, and it's just a chance to fulfill my purpose.
Amen to that, Lakeisha. And as far as film and TV, I know here in the United States, actors and actresses, they make sure that they put in the time and effort to promote awareness to certain issues like mental health illness. Now, aside from that piece, what do you hope to see from film and television in Jamaica as far as like the development of the movies and promoting the movies internationally?
Wow. There's so many things that I want to see, and I'm so passionate about these things. In Jamaica, we don't have we don't have a community. Like, everybody knows everybody, and like I'm in acting. I'm pretty sure that everybody who is supposed to know me. Whenever there's an audition for like a movie or you name it, an advertisement or so, only certain people are called. I think that should stop. And then I can look on some commercials and stuff, and I'm seeing persons who are not in the arts at all. And I mean, it's okay for you to push people and stuff, but there are persons there that are capable of doing it, not because it's your friend and you have the contract to get that job. You're going to put someone because they're a friend or family in the position. There are persons out here that have worked hard to get the name that we have for our career. And we would want, to feel appreciated, so that when you get these jobs and persons from overseas come to get actors to do the work, they know that persons are here that are capable and not persons that you're going to put in place because a family friend or, you know what I mean? And yes. I think also as theater practitioners, actors, directors, producers, we need to be more closer, and work together more and reach out. Because what I'm trying to do now on my own, I'm trying to reach out to persons that are doing producing and directing, outside of Jamaica. Because as you know, Bob Marley had to leave here to get his recognition. I mean, there are some great persons here, but one set of person can't do it. I mean, like Oliver Samuels that will give young people a chance, and a Dahlia Harris that can give young people a chance. And you have a couple of other persons like Patrick Brown and people like those people, but they need everybody to come together and know that persons that are capable enough to do the job, give them the break that they need. What I want to do, my hubby and I, we are in the process of putting ourselves in position so that we create our own jobs, so we don't have to reach out to other persons, or we don't have to depend on people to call us. We know the persons that are out there that have been left in the wilderness and need to be seen and need to showcase their craft, so that persons overseas can see the talent and say, hey, I saw that girl in that commercial, or that girl in that movie, or that series, and so on, and say, find out how I can get in touch with her. We want to be able to do that. And that is what we are working on now. And I'm individually, by myself, I'm trying to reach out to other companies overseas. Like, I want to get into the Nigerian market so bad.
Nollywood. Yep.
I'm not even thinking about Hollywood, but Nollywood. Like, I wanted, like, when I look on those people on television, I feel like I'm seeing myself on television. And that is what I want. Dahlia Harris is doing such a good job, but she needs help. Dahlia Harris is what she wants to do. It is amazing. She needs help. And I would like for it to be like, say, for example, because this series now that I'm in, it's going to be over soon, right? Because it's coming down to the wire now.
Season 2 for Thicker Than Water?
Thicker Than Water, season 2. Okay. That's Dahlia Harris is Thicker Than Water. I would want, like, as soon as this is done, there are actors, like you have the Tyler Perry, because myself and our co-worker, we talk about these things when we're offset, and, like we're saying, I would wish for this when this is over. We have another set of episode left to shoot, and we're just on set every day doing what we love. we're in our trailer and we're just waiting to go in costumes and just get our thing done. And it's like an ongoing thing. The Africans are doing that. We don't even need anybody else. The Africans are doing that. Our brothers and sisters over there are doing that. We just need to follow suit and do it because we're capable. That is what we want.
And it's so heartwarming as you're saying this, because I remember I first started, because I'm originally Ghanaian. I grew up in the United States, but I'm originally Ghanaian.
You're from Africa? You're from Africa?
Oh, yes.
Oh
yes.
God. Yeah. Love Africa so much.
And we're all related. This whole African diaspora, we're all cousins, whether distant or immediate.
And sisters, and like we're just one big family.
Facts.
That is why I hate the segregation that we have in the Caribbean, because we're all one people, and if we come together as a Caribbean team and work, and I just want to go back to Africa. I just want to go back. And I'm going to go.
And there's a lot of opportunities, as you were, describing some of your goals for film and TV in Jamaica, Lakeisha. I was thinking back to here in the United States, in Michigan, in Detroit, where I grew up at. I started watching Ghanaian and Nigerian movies like in the late 90s. And, in those days, that was like before we had Nollywood, like how it is now. And even though like the budget for the films, it wasn't a big budget, but the storytelling, the talent, like Genevieve Naji, all the characters, I'm like, ooh. And then once they started pushing the movies out into London, there's a lot of us in the UK, in London.
No, I know. Guys, I realized from watching all those movies on Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, like I've been loving these African movies, like you said, long before Nollywood, long before the quality was good. Like I've always loved the storyline. And I'm always saying to myself, once these people get it right, and then these movies came out on Netflix, oh my God, you know what I love about it? It shows the difference as opposed to the movies that we see with Black families when we are watching American TV. Royalty, rich people, mother and father, like everybody's in the home. It's not just the case of we're watching a movie and once it's a Black family, is either the father is not going to be there or it's just going to be a struggle. We're seeing rich family, good family background that are doing well for themselves. And I'm seeing myself in those people, and I'm seeing my people. And that is what I love. Another thing that I've noticed with these African movies, there's not a lot of nudity. Yes, there's sex appeal and stuff, but there's no nakedness and these
extra details
and all of these things. And that's what I love. As like with Hollywood, like you have to go naked and you have to do all of those things. But when you're watching these African movies, the respect for the ladies, and I love it. 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 And I follow these African actors, and I don't follow many people on social media. I don't have a lot of followers because it's not really my thing, But like I follow people that I'm in tune to, and they do things that I like. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's a small world, and as opportunities come, I can picture some of the talent, in Jamaica coming out to Atlanta, Georgia, filming some movies there and kind of showcasing that Jamaican talent, kind of like how the African actors, actresses did. They did it through Atlanta, Georgia, New York City. And I know you've been to Atlanta a few times too.
Yes, and I tried to get to the Tyler Perry studio. Like one of the drivers that we had, Lou, I think his name was, from Atlanta, he was always trying to get me to go to the Tyler Perry studio. The day when we went there, it wasn't successful and then somebody told me that if you want to break into the industry like that, you have to come to Atlanta and stay for a while, and I was planning to do that. It's Corona and all of these things because I really love the work that Tyler Perry is doing. And I would really love to be a part, of his. And he was here at one point, but I never get to know until he left. I love the work that he's doing as a Black man. You know what I mean? I love it. And if you notice how he work as well, he doesn't watch color, size, and stuff like that, you know. Quality. Once
Quality, the best for
you
the
have
job.
craft,
Yep.
exactly. And that's what I love about Tyler Perry.
Now, who are some of the actors and actresses? It can be any part of the world, Lakeisha. Who are some of the actors and actresses that you would like to work with, and what genre of movie would you want to see this in? Whether it's horror, drama, just comedy. What genre of movie and what actors and actresses?
All right. So this is I've never really sat down and say, oh, I would want to work with this person, or I would want to work with that person, or I'd want to come in this particular film. You know what I mean? But I know that I want to do some work with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Yes, I want to work with Denzel Washington, and as it relates to the African side of it, like I just want to go to Nollywood and work with some of those actors over there. Like I'm not good at names, but I'm absolutely loving the work that they're doing over there. And I just want to work with some great people and work with them, not just to say that I'm working with them, but I want to work with them and form a relationship so I can bring their attention back to Jamaica.
Networking, yes.
That's
yes.
what I want to do, so that there's so many fabulous, great actors and actresses out here that just need to get that real break. You know what I mean? So it's not to say that I have anyone in particular that I would want to work with. I want to work with anybody that's doing great and that can make an impact on my people in Jamaica, create that network and create that space for the persons that are out here that want to take their career to the next great level, and partner with people, to do the work and all the things that I have in my head, because there's so many things that I'm good at, and there's so many things that I want to do. There are so many things that I need to tick off the bucket list, and get things done. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. And I wouldn't be surprised if you have some singing talent too. Besides that, I bet you could probably sing pretty good too.
Oh, yes, I do sing.
I figured, there's a lot of talent, coming out of Jamaica. Very, very talented. Now, with every guest on our podcast, Lakeisha, we ask them these series of questions. So I'm going to ask you now. So, if you were to come up with a title of your life story for a movie, what will be the title and what actress would play you, and then tell us why? You can't choose yourself to play your own role. So what will be the title of the movie and what actress would play you and why?
Okay, so the title would have to be somewhere. There's a song that Richie Spice sing that he says, I'm talking about this ghetto girl, nobody takes her, she's simple. Not because she smile, is your dimple, this ghetto girl, she does need a chance in life. So the title will have to be somewhere around there. Ghetto girl just need a chance, or all she needs is a break, or all she needs is the opportunity. Somewhere there about. That would be the title. And I think Taraji
P. Henson. Okay, Taraji P. Henson.
I'm thinking I would love to see her acting out my story, because she too have had some struggles and have, she was a late bloomer as well. And I would love to see her acting out my story. So it would have to be all she needs is a chance, or somewhere thereabouts.
Okay.
And Sarah, what was the other question? You said who would act it and what else?
So, you pretty much answered it well, actually, and you even explained why,
Okay.
So you actually explained it, beautifully. Now, what are some of the projects that you have coming up after Thicker Than Water season 2?
Okay, so as it is now, there are there are no projects that I can really talk about, but I've been approached by a couple of persons, and let me see what's gonna happen after this. And so there is no the project that I have in mind to work with on my own is to do some. I don't even want to talk about it really. There's some stuff.
You want to keep it behind the scenes for
Yes,
now.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
There's some stuff that I'm working on. My hubby and I. He's a reggae artist, and he's a good writer as well. His name is Young Garvey, and yes, and so we are partnering in doing, because we've always worked together as a team, with One Nation Music. That is his company, our company too. So there's some stuff that we're planning to do. We had before COVID came in, we had a anti-bleaching school tour that we were doing. Okay. And yeah, so we used to go into school, and Sutherland Global was was our main sponsor for that tour, and that has stopped, and we want to bring it back, but then schools are out and stuff like that, so that's on pause. But as soon as Corona is out and everything, and the mental wellness, I need you to follow my page, Bye Bye Mental Wellness as well.
Bye Bye Mental Wellness. Okay.
Yeah. So it's by mental illness. By mental illness, right?
Okay, I see it. It says this is a space for serenity, great vibes only. We want to reach out and help any and everyone who needs our help. We are our brother's keeper. That's beautiful. Right.
Yes.
Now, before we conclude this interview, one of our recent episodes, we had a young actress that's out in Los Angeles, California. She goes by the name of Ajima Cole. Her parents are from Sierra Leone, West Africa, but she grew up here. I would definitely love to connect you with her. I'll definitely also have a longtime friend that does movies in the Detroit, Michigan area. I definitely love to network and kind of bring our people together from time to time. So I hope you don't mind if I reach out to you and your hubby from time to time if some opportunities come up.
Not at all, not at all. We're always ready and able, to work with people so that we can network and make the thing happen for our people. You know what I mean?
Excellent. And final question, what advice would you have for some of our young ladies and young men that want to pursue film and television?
Okay. So firstly, if this is something that that you really want, you have to keep at it. There are going to be times when things are going to look like, oh my God, is this really going to work? Don't worry about it. If it means that you're going to have to change course at some point in time and do something else that you don't want to do, as long as it is something that is not going to degrade you and you're going to be able to put food on your table, do it. But always keep in the back of your mind that you're going to go back to doing what you love. And even when you're not doing what you love, always make sure that you're learning more and making your craft better, so that when that opportunity comes for you to do what you love, what you want to do, you're ready, you're prepared for it. So just don't worry about the things that may not be happening now, but keep in mind that this is your goal and you're not going to stop for nothing. Change course if you wish, but go back to what you want to do. Don't give up.
Lakeisha Ellison, I want to thank you for coming on Heavy Brand Podcast. Continual blessings and success for you as well as Young Garvey as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.